How do you know if your cat is crying out for help? It can be very subtle. In this video, I'll go over 6 subtle signs that your cat is showing that they need some help from you. A lot of people can get confused and think that these signs can indicate that their cat is mad at them or their cat is spiteful. But cats don't really think that way. They are in the moment beings, and if they are showing these signs to you, they are showing that something is wrong and that they need assistance. The number 1 sign is litter box problems. So if they are urinating or defecating outside their litter box, then that's a sign that your cat needs help. They are trying to communicate to you, there is something wrong with this litter box, or there's something wrong with me and I need help. The causes for peeing outside the litter box there are many. It can be anything from stress, to the box is too dirty, to the box is in the wrong location, to the cat has a urinary tract infection, to there's too many cats competing for the same box, to they don't like the type of litter, and on and on and on. So when they don't use it, basically that tells you, hey, there's something wrong with this box or the litter, or there's something wrong with the cat. So the cat needs to be seen by the veterinarian to make sure that that's not the problem. And then once that's over, then we need to address any kind of problems with the box. Also, some cats, just when they get stressed, can develop litter box problems. So if there's also anything that's changed in their world, such as adding a new pet or moving or rearranging furniture or somebody leaving the household, or there's a feral cat outside that your cat can see, all of those things. So definitely, this is a sign urinating or defecating outside the litter box. It's a sign your cat needs help. Number 2, going to the litter box more often or making a lot more urine than they used to. So if you see your cat in and out of that litter box constantly, in and out, in and out, in and out, or if you're going in there and you're seeing giant lakes of urine and you're like, what's changed? Well, the in and out and in and out is probably there's some sort of inflammation going on in your cat's lower urinary tract that's causing urination to become painful. Sometimes it can indicate a partial blockage in male cats, and in either source, there needs to be a veterinarian involved to remedy the situation. If they're suddenly making large amounts of urine and maybe they're drinking more, that's a sign that there's something going on in their body that's causing them to feel more thirsty, and so they're drinking a lot. And that could be anything from kidney disease to Cushing's to thyroid issues, goes on and on. Basically, it's a sign that your cat needs help and you need to get a veterinarian involved. The number 3 sign that they are struggling is that they're hiding more than usual. So when cats feel stressed, or if they feel sick, or if they are feeling in pain, what they will do is they will go and hide. And that's because in the wild, their brain still thinks like they are in the wild. And in the wild, if they are feeling any of those things, they are at higher vulnerability to be eaten by a predator. So they will just go hide and try and wait it out. So if you're noticing that your cat is hiding more often, it could be that they're sick, it could be that they're stressed. In either case, it's a cry for help, and it's time for you to take some action. The number 4 sign that your cat is crying out for help is frequent vomiting. Some cats vomit so often, and they look normal and healthy otherwise, that their owners think that normal vomiting, daily vomiting, weekly vomiting, whatever it is normal for their cat. And they're just like, it's what he does. Well, if you've ever felt nauseous or you've had vomiting, I don't know about you guys, but whenever it happens to me, I feel like I'm going to die. I know I'm not going to die, but I feel like I'm going to die, and it feels awful. And so if your cat is vomiting frequently, but not losing weight and still eating and playing and drinking and doing all the stuff normally, you can still rest assured that they don't feel good. And frequent vomiting is not normal. And so it is a sign that there's something going on underneath the hood of your cat's system that needs to be addressed. Typically, it's something primary with the gastrointestinal system, anything from food allergies to inflammatory bowel disease to sometimes cancers. Other times it's because they have indigestion. Whatever it is, you need to get a vet involved because that is a terrible way to live. Nobody wants to be vomiting all the time. So the number 5 sign is a little bit related, and it's a picky appetite. If you have a cat that it's hard to get them to eat food or enough food, and you put out all this different stuff, and maybe they just eat a little this, a little of that, but they're not really eating enough. Picky appetite is indication that there's something going on with that cat that is interfering with their normal desire to eat or survival. And so if they're having a picky appetite, your first indication is to go buy a different kind of food and try something different. Because that makes sense, right? And I'm going to caution you against doing that because they'll transition between 3 or 4 or 5 different brands and flavors, and they'll try dry and canned and all this different stuff. And then when none of that works, then they go to the veterinarian. And then they tell the veterinarian what they've done. And it's harder for the veterinarian to sort out the problem when there's been so many different kinds of foods thrown at this cat. So it's better for you, if you are noticing that your cat has a picky appetite, to just go to the vet first. Because if there's something underlying that can be treated, it's much better than wasting all that money and time on buying the different foods. So that's my recommendation, but a picky appetite is a cry for help, so get some help for your cat. The number 6 sign that your cat is crying out for help is increased aggression. Increased aggression towards other cats, dogs, people, pet birds, whatever. So a cat that was previously fine but is now developing aggression has something going on in their world that is stressing them out and making them pissed off. So your job is to not punish your cat for having increased aggression, but to seek to understand what is causing the increased aggression. Because once you understand that, if you remove that, then your cat should regulate their nervous system and go back to normal, homeostasis, chill, whatever they were before. So sometimes it's difficult to determine what is causing this. So I'm going to say what I always say, and I recommend getting a veterinarian involved. I also recommend talking to a behaviorist. Sometimes there's neurological conditions that can cause increased aggression. So you need to get some experts on your side to help you sort this out so that it doesn't continue and then become a cemented behavior in your cat, which means that they continue to be that way for the rest of their lives. Okay, and the number 7 sign that your cat is crying out for help is teeth chattering when they eat something cold. So for a long time, when I was watching YouTube or TikTok or whatever streaming services, people would have a video where they would be eating an ice cream cone and the cat would want some, so they'd let the cat lick it, and then the cat would make a really crazy face or they'd start chattering their teeth. And that's because they have severe dental pain. I know it looks really funny, and most of these videos were designed to make you laugh because it looked funny, because we didn't understand what the cat was indicating was, this hurts really bad, and I don't know how else to communicate this other than giving you a look of abject horror when I feel that pain in my mouth. So also chattering teeth like that, it's also a sign there's something going on with their mouth as far as pain. So if you're seeing either of those in your cat, that is a sign that there's something in their mouth, probably a tooth, that hurts really bad, and you need to go to the veterinarian. So there you have it. Those are the 7 subtle signs that cats give that something's going on with them and they need help. So the next time you see any of these in your cat, don't get mad at them. Just go, aha, aha. I remember Dr. Wooten said these are a sign that the cat is crying out for help, and get help, get intervention, talk to a veterinarian, talk to a trainer, talk to whoever you need to get help for your cat. If you've noticed any of these signs in your cat and you went and found out what it was and got it treated, would love to hear about that in the comment section. If you like this kind of content, please hit subscribe, because I'll be back with more information for you on all things cat, courtesy of cats.com. Thank you so much for watching, and have a fabulous day.